welcome to Recalling Spirits January series, New Beginnings. The title of part 3 is called The Fulfilled Life. And and when I was looking at doing a series for January, a really good friend of mine said, "What about new beginnings?" And I asked this friend, I said, "What do you think about new beginnings?" And he was quite thoughtful about it. And then he came up with something that I thought was really brilliant. And it's really just this. It's called the 3 F's. New beginnings is about faith, family, and fulfillment. So part 1, we talked about faith. Part 2, we talked about family. And then part 3 is about living that fulfilled life. As we are creating our lives for 2024, the way that we want them to be, I want us all to be mindful of the fact that we are always at choice. We're always at choice. We get to choose. Not what, so-and-so says that we need to have, or that, the neighbor got something and you feel like you get to choose. Let's keep that in the forefront of our hearts and minds. You get to choose. It is your choice to create your life the way that you want. When I think about an abundant life or a fulfilled life, an abundant life means this. For me, an abundant life means that I'm living with joy and prosperity and strength and wholeness, and knowing that I can create what I want. If I want more health, I can create more health. If I want more wealth, I can create more wealth. If I want more loving, wonderful relationships, I get to create that. That's what an abundant life means to me. So what would be a definition of an abundant life for you? What would that mean? In John 10:10, it said, Jesus said this, "I have come that they might have life and to have it more abundantly." And if we look at the journey that Jesus took on the planet when he was here, when he walked the world, Jesus always lived out of that he knew was the truth of his divine identity, the truth of who he was. And he may have had low beginnings, and of course, it wasn't like Jesus did not live opulently, but he lived abundantly. Abundantly, why? Because he knew that there was a source that was greater than him, and he called it his Father, and that he could turn to that energy that created him and said, I can have life and have it more abundantly. In new beginnings and living a fulfilled life, there are a couple of questions I believe that we have to ask ourselves. First of all, what does it look like to you to be living a fulfilled life? And then the second question is, what would that feel like? What would it feel like to live an abundant life? Many times we say, begin with the end in mind. If we want to demonstrate something, we say, let's begin with the end in mind. So in this world of demonstration, let's say that we want to have the perfect, loving, the most wonderful job in 2024. I say this: what would it feel like to have that perfect position at that perfect company, being financial remunerated for what you deserve? What would that feel like to you? And allow that joy of abundance, of happiness, opulence to come up within you. Say, wow, that's what that would feel like. Because what happens is we don't demonstrate in our lives what we want all the time or what we expect. We demonstrate according to what we are feeling. So get the feeling first. I know people are going to disagree with me on this feeling part, but I'm telling you, this is it for me. Because when I feel good about who I am and I know that I'm at choice, I could demonstrate anything. Whether it's more eyesight, which I have done, or whether it's a car, material things, because I could feel the joy of it. So let's just look at that for a moment. One of the things is when we are creating our new beginnings, we can't create new beginnings with the same way of thinking that we created old beginnings that didn't turn out so well. We have to change our thinking. It was Ernest Holmes that said, change your thinking, change your life. Well, we're going to take it a step deeper here. Change your thinking and rely upon that power within to help you, to support you, to say, this would be wonderful for you. And listen to that divineness that is within that says, make a left here, turn right. So let's go back to that feeling nature of who we are. In creating and starting new beginnings in our life, as many of you know, I'm always about the world of journaling and putting it all down. And so usually New Year's Day, this is what I do on New Year's Day. I have my journal and I write down all of the things that I'd like to demonstrate, whether it is buying a new car or traveling to Italy or having better health or whatever it is. I write all of that down. And then on that other side of the paper, I write down, what would it feel like to say that I had lost weight? Or what would it feel like to see that, I was at the Colosseum in Rome and it was what would that feel like to you? Or to take that, cruise that you've always wanted to do, but perhaps never took the time to do it. What would it feel like when we can match up what the dreams and desires are along with the feeling side? That is what our feelings come from. Our beliefs come from what we are feeling. So in this fulfilled life, I am assuring you, you get to create it the way that you want. Why? Because you are at choice. You are at choice. Nobody is making the choice for you, only you. And remember this. When we change the way we see things, the things we see will change. Let me say that again. When we change the way we see things, the things we see will change in our life. So remember, you are free to choose your own path forward. You are free to choose your thoughts. You are free to choose your dreams. And most important, you are free to choose where you place your attention. Because where you place your attention is exactly where energy goes. And that's what we demonstrate. So you are free to choose where you put your focus. So I'm asking all of us, let's put our focus on God. Let's put our focus on the love and the energy of the universe, that special uniqueness of being created out of that image and likeness of love and light. And let's put our attention on what God can do through us and for us when we say, yes, here am I, God, send me to Rome. Send me into that place where I have always wanted to go. And what I will give back is that I will follow that path of uninhibitedness, of walking in love and light with the courage and faith, knowing that I too, like Jesus, can live a fulfilled and abundant life, knowing that the place where we stand is indeed holy ground. Why? Because you are free to choose that you were created in the image and likeness of God. So how do we bring the 3 F's together? Family, faith, and fulfillment. We live in the family of God. Our neighbor, whether we like him or not, is still a part of our family. And our faith is always demonstrated to us by what we believe in. So if we believe in what the power of the universe and God can do through us, then that's what will happen. But if we believe that we can't have, then that's where our faith is, and that's what we will demonstrate. And then most important throughout these 3 F's is that we are always at choice to live a fulfilled life. So I am so looking forward to all of these new beginnings in 2024, and I am looking forward how you and I can create a better world for all of us to live in 2024 and beyond. So please stay in touch with me. Contact me at recallingspiritministries.org. So until next time, know that the place where you stand is indeed holy ground, and I am holding you in the high watch of faith and love and prosperity. And so it was. Amen. Thank you for joining us this week for the message of love and light. We are grateful for our members and everyone who made it possible to spread our message of hope and possibility to the world. If you found meaning, joy, purpose, comfort, or direction from our videos, I invite you to share the word with your family and friends. Join our growing community and help us spread the love of light even farther. You can start by saying, as they say, hitting the like button and smashing subscribe. Also, please visit us at recallingspiritministries.org to learn more about us and to participate in our weekly prayers of affirmation.